Welcome to our pregame interview. I'm Ella Pinkney. Here with me today are some members from our boys basketball team. Joining us today from Hope Gas are President Mr. Morgan O'Brien, Vice President Ms. Janelle Carver, and Contractor Mr. Larry Snyder, as well as our very own head basketball Minute Maids coach, Joe Nichols. Now I will turn it over to our LCN reporters who will ask some questions. Here with our first question is Manny Robinson.
Thanks, Ella, and a big thank you to Hope Gas. We are excited to use this improved facility. My first question is, what inspired Hope Gas to get involved with this project?
So what inspired Hope Gas was actually it's the basketball coach, right? Joe's an important part of our team, not only your coach, but he's an important part of the Hope Gas team. And if you ever want to convince somebody the need for something, the best advice, and Joe followed it, was to bring us down and showed it to us. So both Janelle and I came down here, and we saw two things. One, we saw the passion of Joe. He raised money to put this incredible locker room together. So we knew there was a lot of fire and a lot of passion there. And then we saw the gym, and no offense to anybody, but I've been in a lot of gyms, and I said, this is probably one of the worst gyms I've ever been in. And with Joe's passion and really, I'll just say it, some amazing people like Larry, we just decided this is something that we wanted to be a part of. Part of our story is that we're trying to move the state of West Virginia forward. And you don't really do that if the people who live here, the families, and particularly the students, don't feel the hope for the future. And so we felt like the kids in Lewis County deserve to have an amazing gym because we think their future is amazing. And we want them to feel that way, and hopefully, just keep going with the Hope Gas hope here. Someday they come and work for Hope Gas. So I'll let Janelle add her 2 cents as well.
I completely agree with Morgan. Joe Nichols is an excellent salesman besides being an excellent coach. But the fact that he brought us down here, he walked us through it. We stood on the floor. He explained how dangerous it's becoming for the students here and the teams. And, we realized we have to do something and have a partnership to do something. But just to echo on what Morgan said, the other piece of this is a lot of our employees, not just Joe, come through Lewis County High. Their kids are here in Lewis County. Our operational hub is here in Lewis County. And it was important for us to not only give the kids here a facility that they can look at every day and see that Hope Gas is more than just a natural gas provider to their homes, but also the fact that we really want to partner with this school, with the partners in education and the future of the students, and hope, keying off the word, that we can really keep the kids here in West Virginia in their future, and maybe they would recognize Hope Gas as a great employment opportunity for them.
So first of all, I want to say that these improvements are really great, and it won't just benefit the athletes; it'll also benefit the PE students and everyone else who uses the gym. So my first question, if you guys don't mind me asking, is how much did this project cost?
So the question is, how much did this project cost? And I'll just say this. It's been such an enlightenment for me. I'm new to West Virginia, so I'm probably the only person in this room who can't say I grew up here. But what I've learned is there's some amazing people who sometimes are the quietest folks, guys like Larry Snyder, who literally the first time we were in a meeting talking about this, he said to me, Morgan, I can remove that gym floor. I have teams of people that will do the work here, and we'll do it for nothing, right? So you have a construction project with people with incredible hearts who, as quietly, Hope Gas's name is all over this court, so we realize that. But Larry's a person who I bet has touched more things in the state than we'll ever know. But I would just say that it cost his sweat equity, his time and effort, because he cares about people in the county and really wants to see kids like you all have a better future. I don't know, Larry, you want to add your 2 cents to what it cost you to spend all that time and effort?
Yeah. It was like a team effort. Hope Gas came in at the very top and then it was then I had to go find a few more $100,000. So everybody chipped in. The county commission came along. It was just a big group effort. I needed a new sound system. We had Hardman Trucking, AJ Burke, and McCarty. Yeah, it's a total group effort to get the project complete.
And I got one more question for you guys. So, how come you guys chose our school?
Right back to Morgan. So again, I'm not the West Virginian here, but Joe and Janelle actually educated me that this is the only high school in Lewis County, right? So kids from all over the county depend on this school, and a lot of the kids from Lewis County don't go on to college, right? They do other things. We're a company where most of our employees didn't go to college. They learn to work with their hands. They learn skills. They become really valuable people, and it all just fit. It was like, this is a group of students who we want to support and show that there is a bright future, regardless of whether you go to college or not. And an opportunity for you may or may not be to work in our industry and to support your family and have a good family sustaining job. But that was the message we wanted to send. And Lewis County checked all the boxes. I mean, had a passionate employee right in the heart of our service territory with lots of employees that touch this school. But also I'll just say it, the fact that when I looked at that gym, I felt like it was the forgotten school, right? And we wanted to shine a light on it. And we hope all the kids who come to school here, whether it's play basketball or PE class, feel like there's a little bit brighter light shining on them because of this.
Thank you, and I'm going to hand it off to Lucas Middlesbrough.
So I have a couple questions for you guys. And my first question is, who did Hope Gas work with to get the work done? And did you guys have any donors?
Yeah, you want to do it or you want me to do it? So our donors and who did we work with? We started out working with R.L. Huffman. Dan Huffman, he is on the Kentucky line. He is a West Virginia company, and talking with Morgan and Janelle, we wanted to keep it in West Virginia. Everything to do is based on West Virginia, so we did keep the in-house company in West Virginia. And we worked with R.L. Huffman. They are the ones who did the bleachers, the scoreboards, and the floor. And then we also, we had donors. There was multiple people, like Larry said, it was a group effort and multiple people jumping in on this. It was Hope Gas, Snyder Construction, the LC County Commission, Dwayne Doss, Doss Enterprises. You had AJ Burke, Adam Burkhammer. You had Kevin Hardman with Hardman Trucking. You had John McCarty with McCarty Septic Services. Eastern Gas also donated labor. And then you also had TJ Designs, who did the graphics. And I think that was about it. The last guy, yes, I did forget. We just finished the sound system about an hour and a half ago. Yes, he was cleaning up, and yes, United Sound. Jeremy and Keith from Bridgeport did a fantastic job of getting it done before the deadline. And yes, and he made me sweat. Actually, he called me Monday evening, and I asked him. I said, I guess we're not going to make the December 4th deadline. And he said, I'm going to test it. He said, if you can get me the next 2 days, I'm going to get it finished.
Jamie Oldacre, Scott Walker, also here on behalf of the Walker family to represent his father, Coach Walker, Stacy Robinson, Eric Piscasio, Jeff Bird, Jay McNeish, here on his behalf are Kelly, Ella, and Maddox McNeish, and Sylvia McNeish, Mike Workman, Gary Messenger, Mike Bailey, John White, Steve Butcher, Tommy McConnell, Chris Linger, and last but not least, your very own teacher, Johnny Oldacre. The second team we would like to recognize tonight is the 2003 golf team. The 2003 Lewis County High School golf team was the Class AA state runners-up and the Class AA Region 3 champions. They are in the Big Ten Conference team low score and had a regular season record of 17-2. Their average margin of victory was 36 strokes. Those members receiving honors were Kelsey Boyle, All-State, Matt Gissy, Region 3 medalist, Jimmy Sherrill, Big Ten Coach of the Year, and Kelsey Boyle and Matt Gissy, Big Ten All-Conference. And the third team we will be recognizing tonight is the 2023-2024 Minute Maid basketball team. The 2023-2024 Minute Maid season was a historic season with many team and individual achievements. The Minute Maids finished with the most wins in a season in program history with a record of 24-4. They won the sectional championship on a buzzer beater 3 at the end of regulation. The team won the regional championship and qualified for states in front of a jam-packed home crowd that felt more like a party than a basketball game. At the state tournament, the Maids picked up 2 wins, including beating Phillip Barber and upsetting the #1 team in the state, the previously unbeaten East Fairmont Bees, en route to the state title game. The Maids ultimately fell to the Nitro Wildcats after being tied up with 4 minutes to go in the championship game. This team forced over 500 turnovers on the season and averaged 70 points per game in the season, while hitting on average of 9 3-pointers per game. They had 5 All-State recognitions, including first All-State point guard Ella Pinckney, second team All-State captain Kenna Maxwell, and 3 All-State honorable mentions Bryn Hunt, Emma Pinckney, and Peyton Goodwin. They also had 3 Big Ten recognitions, first team Ella Pinckney and Bryn Hunt, and second team Kenna Maxwell. Bryn Hunt also broke the school record for 3-pointers made in the game, and Kenna Maxwell netted her 1,000th point in her career. This Maids team was special, but they were special because of their commitment in the off-season, hard work, grit, putting the team above all in consistency and showing up to work, and in that they showed the characteristics that can take you to the top, and that great things and state championships are possible here in Lewis County. Let's give a big round of applause for all 3 teams. Congratulations. Thank you for your hard work and dedication to our athletics program and Lewis County High School. And Lewis County tonight, joining us this evening, we have the Lewis County High School boys basketball team, the Lewis County High School cheerleaders, and the Lewis County High School marching Minutemen would like to officially welcome the RLBMS 8th grade Patriot basketball team, the 8th grade cheerleaders, and the 8th grade band members. They will be joining us tonight as our special guests. 8th grade ball players are Zeke Brown, Colton Drake, Noah Heater, Marcus Reed, Jonah Rittenhouse, Brett Shreves, and Holden Warner. Our 8th grade cheerleaders, Bailey Oldacre, London Warren, Riley Palmer, Aubrey Burrows, Keely Novak, Hayden Faulkner, Vanessa Garcia, Emily Schreiber, and Ella Miller.
Welcome to our pregame interview. I'm Ella Pinkney. Here with me today are some members from our boys basketball team. Joining us today from Hope Gas are President Mr. Morgan O'Brien, Vice President Ms. Janelle Carver, and Contractor Mr. Larry Snyder, as well as our very own head basketball Minute Maids coach, Joe Nichols. Now I will turn it over to our LCN reporters who will ask some questions. Here with our first question is Manny Robinson.
Thanks, Ella, and a big thank you to Hope Gas. We are excited to use this improved facility. My first question is, what inspired Hope Gas to get involved with this project?
So what inspired Hope Gas was actually it's the basketball coach, right? Joe's an important part of our team, not only your coach, but he's an important part of the Hope Gas team. And if you ever want to convince somebody the need for something, the best advice, and Joe followed it, was to bring us down and showed it to us. So both Janelle and I came down here, and we saw two things. One, we saw the passion of Joe. He raised money to put this incredible locker room together. So we knew there was a lot of fire and a lot of passion there. And then we saw the gym, and no offense to anybody, but I've been in a lot of gyms, and I said, this is probably one of the worst gyms I've ever been in. And with Joe's passion and really, I'll just say it, some amazing people like Larry, we just decided this is something that we wanted to be a part of. Part of our story is that we're trying to move the state of West Virginia forward. And you don't really do that if the people who live here, the families, and particularly the students, don't feel the hope for the future. And so we felt like the kids in Lewis County deserve to have an amazing gym because we think their future is amazing. And we want them to feel that way, and hopefully, just keep going with the Hope Gas hope here. Someday they come and work for Hope Gas. So I'll let Janelle add her 2 cents as well.
I completely agree with Morgan. Joe Nichols is an excellent salesman besides being an excellent coach. But the fact that he brought us down here, he walked us through it. We stood on the floor. He explained how dangerous it's becoming for the students here and the teams. And, we realized we have to do something and have a partnership to do something. But just to echo on what Morgan said, the other piece of this is a lot of our employees, not just Joe, come through Lewis County High. Their kids are here in Lewis County. Our operational hub is here in Lewis County. And it was important for us to not only give the kids here a facility that they can look at every day and see that Hope Gas is more than just a natural gas provider to their homes, but also the fact that we really want to partner with this school, with the partners in education and the future of the students, and hope, keying off the word, that we can really keep the kids here in West Virginia in their future, and maybe they would recognize Hope Gas as a great employment opportunity for them.
So, first of all, I want to say that these improvements are really great, and it won't just benefit the athletes; it'll also benefit the PE students and everyone else who uses the gym. So, my first question, if you guys don't mind me asking, is how much did this project cost?
So the question is, how much did this project cost? And I'll just say this: it's been such an enlightenment for me. I'm new to West Virginia, so I'm probably the only person in this room who can't say I grew up here. But what I've learned is there's some amazing people who sometimes are the quietest folks. Guys like Larry Snyder, who literally the first time we were in a meeting talking about this, he said to me, "Morgan, I can remove that gym floor. I have teams of people that will do the work here, and we'll do it for nothing." Right? So you have a construction project with people with incredible hearts who, as quietly, Hope Gas's name is all over this court, so we realize that. But Larry's a person who I bet has touched more things in the state than we'll ever know. But I would just say that it cost his sweat equity, his time and effort, because he cares about people in the county and really wants to see kids like you all have a better future. I don't know, Larry, you want to add your 2 cents to what it cost you to spend all that time and effort?
Yeah. It was like a team effort. Hope Gas came in at the very top, and then I had to go find a few more $100,000. So everybody chipped in. The county commission came along. It was just a big group effort. I needed a new sound system. We had Hardman Trucking, AJ Burke, and McCarty. Yeah, it was a total group effort to get the project complete.
And I got one more question for you guys. So, how come you guys chose our school?
Right back to Morgan. So again, I'm not the West Virginian here, but Joe and Janelle actually educated me that this is the only high school in Lewis County, right? So kids from all over the county depend on this school, and a lot of the kids from Lewis County don't go on to college, right? They do other things. We're a company where most of our employees didn't go to college. They learn to work with their hands. They learn skills. They become really valuable people, and it all just fit. It was like, this is a group of students who we want to support and show that there is a bright future, regardless of whether you go to college or not. And an opportunity for you may or may not be to work in our industry and to support your family and have a good family sustaining job. But that was the message we wanted to send. And Lewis County checked all the boxes. I mean, had a passionate employee right in the heart of our service territory with lots of employees that touched this school. But also I'll just say it, the fact that when I looked at that gym, I felt like it was the forgotten school, right? And we wanted to shine a light on it. And we hope all the kids who come to school here, whether it's play basketball or PE class, feel like there's a little bit brighter light shining on them because of this.
Thank you, and I'm going to hand it off to Lucas Middlesbrough.
So I have a couple questions for you guys. And my first question is, who did Hope Gas work with to get the work done? And did you guys have any donors?
Yeah, you want to do it, or you want me to do it? So our donors and who did we work with? We started out working with R.L. Huffman. Dan Huffman, he is on the Kentucky line. He is a West Virginia company, and talking with Morgan and Janelle, we wanted to keep it in West Virginia. Everything to do is based on West Virginia, so we did keep the in-house company in West Virginia. And we worked with R.L. Huffman. They are the ones who did the bleachers, the scoreboards, and the floor. And then we also, we had donors. There was multiple people, like Larry said, it was a group effort and multiple people jumping in on this. It was Hope Gas, Snyder Construction, the LC County Commission, Dwayne Doss, Doss Enterprises. You had AJ Burke, Adam Burkhammer. You had Kevin Hardman with Hardman Trucking. You had John McCarty with McCarty Septic Services. Eastern Gas also donated labor. And then you also had TJ Designs who did the graphics. And I think that was about it. And the last guy, yes, I did forget. We just finished the sound system about an hour and a half ago. Yes, he was cleaning up, and yes, United Sound. Jeremy and Keith from Bridgeport did a fantastic job of getting it done before the deadline. And yes, and he made me sweat. Actually, he called me Monday evening, and I asked him. I said, I guess we're not going to make the December 4th deadline. And he said, I'm going to test it. He said, if you can get me the next 2 days, I'm going to get it finished. So, and he held true to his word. So.
Thank you. I just want to add that the gym looks amazing and everybody is happy with how it turned out. Thank you. I have one more question. How long did it take from start to finish the gym?
So we started, we tore the bleachers down from August 12th to the 16th. The upstairs bleachers, we tore those down in that aspect. And then we started tearing the floor up August 25th. And the completed date for the sound system and all would be December 4th. But we had everything pretty much finished up end of September. Yeah, end of September, first into October, first 2 weeks October, we were really cleaning up and really just finishing up the project in a whole. So I would say second week October.
As a student, like every day coming into school, looking through the gym windows, I just want to say that it was done really fast.
Well, I just want to say thank you again to you all. And does anybody have anything else they'd like to add?
So, I mean, and Morgan and Janelle don't know this. So, like, this started really about 3 years ago. It was our first shop hop, actually, at Jane Lou. And I was sitting there sweating bullets back in the back with Tim Bailey because you have a public figure like Morgan and Janelle that came in. They're new to us. We're nervous to meet them for one, but also you look at what he had done in the past, and all you have to do is Google his name and read some articles, and he's done a lot of amazing things. So I'm sitting in the back sweating, and Tim Bailey looks at me, and he goes, the worst he can do, Joe, is say no. So I was like, well, okay. So I waited my time, and I actually waited in a line that wrapped around the room that everybody was talking to him, and I got up to him last and said, well, I would like you to come look and take a look at our gyms and see if you could help us out. I said, we're a county that has one school in one high school in the county. You know, we haven't had an upgrade to a facility in 30 years. The school was built in 1994. So it kind of started like that. And I mean, it was just, yeah. And then it was come in and, but like the aspect is like, once he looked at it, and Janelle even told me this, is like, I'm going to have to hold him back because I think he's ready to cut a check right now. So I was like, oh, no, don't do that. But no. I mean, he took it. I mean, he grabbed the bull by the horns, I guess you could say. And, you know, he rounded up Larry and put a great team of people together. I know he gives us the credit, but also, I mean, he's the one who got us here. I mean, he's the one who jump-started the project and got the people here. And I'm going to add this, is like, he's done an amazing thing for Lewis County. But, you know, he's far more stretched out than that. He has taken West Virginia and the job infrastructure and keeps growing it. And it's just going to keep growing. And it's a great place to work at. Great people, great bosses. And, like, you never need to be scared of the man because he's one of you. He'll sit at a tailgate with you and hang out and talk. And I mean, he introduced me to Darren DeVries. Was like my life was like complete. So I'm sitting there talking to Darren, and it's just he's a great man. Janelle is a great woman. They're great to work for. So we can't thank you enough, Larry, and everybody for what you guys have done. So thank you. I think that's all I have, Ella.
Yep. Well, I think we all just want to say thank you and thank you for your time.
Good evening and welcome back to the broadcast of the Hometown Minutemen and the Braxton County Eagles. We are live inside the George Whalen Press Box on the grounds of LCHS for tonight's matchup. I am Caden Smith alongside
Landon Taylor.
We got Brody Skinner helping us tonight, and we have Miss White running the computer. The Minutemen are 7-9 coming into tonight's game, and the Braxton County Eagles are 13-4 coming into tonight's game. Who do we think some of Braxton County's key players are going to be tonight, Landon?
Well, I think if you look at the Eagles, they've got a few standout players here. Rutherford being one, he's averaging 11 a game. Also with Seller, I believe he is their foreign exchange student from Germany. He is a 6'5" forward, I believe. Also with Baldwin, he's averaging 12.5 a game. And another player I'm seeing is Boggs. He's averaging 11.5 as well. So you're not seeing big numbers here, Caden, but I'm telling you, if they have that 11 there, 9 here, 12 here, that's going to add up really quickly for the Eagles.
I think some of the key players tonight for Lewis County is going to be Manny Robinson, Ben Putnam, and Xander Carlton. Xander Carlton really likes to get out, be on the arc, and shoot some threes, and Manny Robinson likes to take it up the floor, and Ben Putnam likes to get rebounds and put them back up for Lewis County. Tonight we had some Hall of Fame introductions before the game, as we were live for. We had the 1986 baseball team, had members like team members like Johnny White, Johnny Oldacre, and a few, Mike Lauk, Gary Williams, and a few others. We had the 2003 golf team state runners-up as well. And we had the 2023-2024 girls basketball state runners-up for Lewis County. One of the big, really key moments for that state run for the girls last year was this three-point shot to win it in overtime for Lewis County from Peyton Goodwin. Get it over to her on the wing. Three is up and good, and crowd went wild against Sissonsville in the sectional championship that night. Really magical and key moment for Lewis County to go on the state run that they did, to go off and beat teams of Westside, and then went on to play Nitro in the state championship. It was really a few fun weeks there chasing the maids along the run to states.
Yes, also got to add to that, Caden. If those girls, they would have been state champions last year as well if they just had 4 more minutes in that game, in my opinion. I mean, they started off a little bit slow, but as the game went on, they picked up a lot of momentum. If you gave them 3 to 4 minutes, the Minute Maids were going to be state champions last year.
And one more strike for the baseball team and a few more strikes for the golf team, and we would have had 3 state championships in the building. As we'll get ready for tip here in Weston, actually opening ceremonies with the national anthem. We'll step aside for those, and we will be back momentarily.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of Lewis County High School. Tonight's basketball game between the visiting Braxton County Eagles and standing Lewis County Minutemen. Thank you for standing for the national anthem. Gentlemen, would you please remove your hats? Performed by our national high school band.
As we get ready for tip and starting 5 for Braxton County, I want to give a special thanks to the color guard, band color guard. Is that correct? The cheerleaders, 6 men on the floor, they're led by Elise Moneypenny. The pet band, they are led by Alan Heath. The fans attending this evening's game and watching it at home. And lastly, the LCN production crew. You have myself, Caden Smith, alongside
Landon Taylor.
You have Brody Skinner running stats and Miss White running the computer tonight. As we have Riken Rutherford, number 1, the shooting guard senior for Braxton County. Number 3, Logan Baldwin, the small forward senior. Number 5, Bradley Toller, the point guard sophomore for Braxton County Eagles. And we have number 23, Steve Boggs, the center, junior for Braxton County. And we'll have number 42, Jamie Nettles, the power forward junior for Braxton County as well. And here's Lewis County starting 5. I'll hand it over to Landon.
And for the Lewis County Minutemen, we have Mattis Gillespie, number 24. He's a senior at the 4. We'll have number 4, Xander Carlton, the senior. Senior guard, number 1, Manny Robinson. A junior guard, number 10, Jesse Kemper. And at the 5, you have number 13, Ben Putnam. I would say probably a fan favorite here at Lewis County. Would you say, Caden?
Definitely a fan favorite here at Lewis County.
All right, as we head to center court, we're about to play some basketball.
We're about to play some basketball here in Weston. We'll have Ben Putnam taking the tip for Lewis County, and we'll have Steve Boggs taking the tip for Braxton County.
And you have the Lewis County band. They're trying to get all the crowd, everyone, and here behind Lewis County as we head for tip.
And Braxton County will win the tip, and possession will go their way.
Jesse Kemper with the poke. Number 1 recovers. Baldwin with the ball, guarded by Carlton. Robinson with a nice play, and it goes out of bounds. That will stay with the Eagles. They will take the ball out on the sideline in front of the Lewis County bench. Lewis County in this man-type press. Robinson with another tip away. It will be Braxton County ball at center court. Baldwin to inbound.
Guarded by Carlton. They get it into Toller. Toller driving paint underneath to Boggs is good. That'll be the first 2 points for Braxton County as Jesse Kemper will get it up in the front court for Lewis County. Now to Robinson.
He is guarded by Rutherford. He kicks the ball to Carlton. Gillespie in the corner. Down low to Putnam. He puts it up. It is good. He puts it over Nettles. That is Putnam's first of the game. First also for the Minutemen.
Toller to take it up the floor for Braxton County.
Robinson with another poke. And a hustle play for Robinson. And it's called out of bounds. It will go back to Braxton County ball. Now, early here, Kane, you see Manny Robinson, he's being very aggressive on guarding the ball early. You think he can keep this up for the whole game?
Yeah, I mean, I seen him at the WVU girls game earlier. Maybe he was taking some notes on the aggression that they was showing earlier today in that 70-57 win over Kansas State earlier today.
Baldwin with the ball. They get it down to Boggs, and he is called for a travel. It'll be Minutemen basketball going the other way. Putnam to inbound. Gets it into Robinson. Braxton County in a man press. Not too aggressive yet. Kind of just playing off. Robinson at the top. He'll dribble through to the wing. He drives.
And shot was blocked. Boggs with the block, and the Eagles will take it the other way. That's going to be Toller taking it up the floor. Tipped by Robinson. Tries to save it. Gets it up in the air. Ben Putnam recovers it. Gets it back to Robinson. Robinson now into the front court. He'll drive from top of the key into the paint. And the ball will go out of bounds, and possession will stay with the Minutemen.
Robinson inbound underneath. Minutemen in a 4-wide spread. They get the ball to Carlton in the corner. His three is short. Boggs with the rebound. Gets it up to Baldwin. Kicks it to Rutherford. Back to Baldwin. He drives. His layup is no good, but he is fouled, and he will have 2 shots at the line.
Foul will be on Carlton. It's going to be 2 shots for Baldwin coming up.
First shot by Baldwin is good.
Baldwin shoots 60% from the free throw line. It's 29 for 48 from the free throw line.
His second one bounces around, and it is good. Kemper to bring the ball up for the Minutemen. As he kicks it to Carlton on the wing. To Putnam in the corner. As he kicks it back up to Carlton. Try to set a Lewis County offense up. Gets the ball to Kemper on the wing. His three-pointer is long. Rebound by Baldwin.
Baldwin taking it up the floor for the Eagles. He gets it to the left wing. It's 2-man trapped over on the corner. They'll get it underneath to Nettles, and Nettles' 2 points are good.
Kemper with the ball dribbling up. He will kick it to Carlton on the wing. To Gillespie on the elbow. He kicks to Kemper, who drives up to Robinson, top of the key. Three-pointer is right. Putnam with the offensive rebound and puts it back up. That is good ball movement by the Minutemen, as I believe that is as number 5, Toller, as he brings the ball back up to the court for the Eagles.
Rutherford's long fadeaway 2 is good. That was just a catch and shoot, basically. Kemper up into the front court for the Minutemen. Almost stolen on the pick and roll. Baldwin got a piece of it. It'll stay with the Minutemen. Possession on the far sideline. Inbounds coming for the Minutemen. Kemper to inbounds. Kemper will get it to Gillespie on the corner. Kicks it up to Ben Putnam. Putnam drives. Shots no good. Back the other way for the Eagles. That's going to be Baldwin. Baldwin, front court, kicks it out to Rutherford. Rutherford steps back. 3. Off the back iron. Shot is put back up twice, and it's good.
Points belong to Boggs on that one. Robinson to dribble the ball off the court. We are halfway through this first quarter, and the Eagles are leading the Minutemen 10-4. Putnam drives, kicks it to Gillespie. Gillespie is blocked by Boggs. And Rutherford will have the ball, and is stolen away by Carlton. He kicks it to Robinson for a 3. It is good, as he cuts into the lead and makes it a 3-point deficit for the Minutemen. Robinson also still guarding Toller, as he still has the ball. Kicks it to Rutherford at the top of the key. Back to Toller. Boggs with the ball. He's guarded by Putnam. And rebound by Putnam.
Putnam will take it up the floor now for the Minutemen, who'll hand it off to Robinson. Robinson in the front court. Robinson over by the Hope Gas logo. He's got some wide open room. Takes the shot. It's off the front iron. Gets his own board. Kicks it out to Kemper. Kemper driving in the paint. Left side. Good.
It's a good move by Kemper as he takes that move and has a quick first step in the drive.
That'll shrink the lead down to 1 for the Eagles.
Toller to bring the ball up for the Eagles again. Still guarded by Robinson. He kicks to Baldwin.
2:30 left here in Weston as Baldwin's shot's no good. Rebound Gillespie. He'll get it to Robinson. Robinson now into the front court. Underneath, wide open look for Ben Putnam on the fast break's good.
And the Minutemen will take the lead here with a little over 2 minutes to go. Toller still taking the ball up.
Now to Baldwin by the Hope Gas logo. Left wing driving. Blocked by Gillespie off the back of Baldwin. Now up the floor for Lewis County. Here's Robinson with the fast break layup. Timeout called on the floor. It's going to be a 30-second timeout for Braxton County. And we'll have some replays coming your way here momentarily. Kick out Robinson. 3. Put back from Putnam. Here's a Robinson 3. The other look of the Robinson 3. I think the pet band can be heard a little bit at home. As Braxton County will inbounds, they'll get it up to Baldwin. And back to Toller.
And Boggs with the putback. He has 4 first quarter rebounds already. If you can't tell, Kane, I think Boggs here, he's a very physical player and he likes to get inside a lot.
3 from Gillespie's no good. Nettles with the rebound. Braxton County will work it around. They'll get it to Nettles. Nettles, foul line floater is good. And here comes the Minutemen back with the possession.
Kemper at the top of the key. He is guarded by Toller. Kicks it to Robinson. Back to Kemper. Kicks to Putnam in mid-range position. Putnam with the drive. His shot is no good. Another rebound by Boggs.
They'll get it to Toller. Toller to take it up the floor for the Eagles. He'll get it into the front court. Guarded by Carlton. Hand it off to Rutherford. Rutherford step back. Long two's no good. And Nettles is going to step out of bounds. Possession will go to the Minutemen.
And Kemper will take the ball up for the Minutemen as the Eagles lead with 20 seconds left.
Ball
stolen by Rutherford, and you have a wide open layup. And he misses. Robinson with the rebound.
Back the other way. Here he goes underneath to McKee. No good. Boggs with the rebound. Here comes Braxton County back on the charge. See what they will do with the final seconds of the quarter. Shot from Toller is no good, and that'll be the first quarter here in Weston. Your score: Braxton County Eagles 14 and your Lewis County Minutemen 13. Landon, what was your first quarter thoughts?
Well, I think both teams started out a little a little bit slow. But the Minutemen kind of went on a run there towards the end, about 2 minutes left. I think if I'm Coach Sims here, I'm telling my guys we need to get a stop after stop here, and we need to move quickly because I think that's where I saw the Minutemen progress the most is when they played quick off of mistakes from the Eagles. And if I'm an Eagles coach right now, I think setting up the offense and getting defensive stops like they were towards the end is really where they showed up in that quarter.
Really, just if you're the Eagles, try to slow down the offense, try to get something a little bit more wide open. Don't force the issue. I know the more shots you take, the better, because the more chances you get those shots to fall. But just really slow down, take your time on offense, and try to get good looks, good shots, and things of that nature. If you're the Minutemen, just really clean up some of the minor mistakes that they've made so far in this first quarter. Really just keep the turnovers down.
Mhm.
There's really no fouls in the first quarter from what I heard, so
I've
job there from both teams.
also got to say, Caden, I think another big thing for the Eagles right now is definitely Steve Boggs. He has been very physical underneath, and he's just been kind of like a wrecking ball just for the Eagles, as he's been the key player for them tonight. Robinson with the ball, kicks to Kemper on the wing. He's looking at Ben Putnam. He's poked away, but Mudaspaw with the ball. Kemper.
Going to get an on-the-floor foul called on Braxton County. Foul's going to go against George Seller. That's his first. Manny Robinson the inbounds for the Minutemen. Got Jesse Kemper on the right corner, but instead they'll get it underneath to Ben Putnam. Putnam to Mudaspaw. Now to Kemper in the corner. Three is good. And here comes Braxton County the other way. See how they respond.
Tipped by Gillespie. And it should stay with, yes, it stays with the Eagles. Lunsford inbound. Gets it to Boggs. Kicks it up to Toller. Number 22, Lowther. Into Seller. He is called for a travel.
And that's going to be a Braxton County turnover.
Kemper with the ball on the wing. Started by Toller. He will dribble to the top of the key. Kick it to Mudaspaw on the wing. Gillespie on the elbow. He pushes his way through, and he is fouled. I believe that one will be on number 23, Boggs. And it is. That'll send Gillespie to the line for two, hoping he can extend this Minuteman lead a little bit. First is no good for Gillespie. Second is no good either. Another rebound by Boggs underneath. He'll get it to Toller. Still picked up by Robinson.
You'll see the action on the other side of the court this time.
Tipped away by Gillespie.
Tried to get it underneath the Boggs, but it's last touch by Boggs. Referees are going to talk about it, and they're going to overturn it, say it was last touch by Gillespie.
And I got to say, that was the right call to definitely overturn that. Seller with the ball. He kicks it out. Stolen by Robinson. He's a 1-on-0. He's got two on him. And he misses a layup.
And we're going to have a Lewis County foul. That foul's going to be on, more than likely, Jesse Kemper. It is. So Braxton County will inbounce. He'll get it to Toller. Toller to take it up into the front court for Lewis County. Work it over to Lowther. Lowther guarded by Kemper. Ball stripped. Sets off Kemper. And Braxton County will inbounce with Lunsford on the far sideline right by the student section. And the student section got in the heads of Braxton County and forced the turnover. Like, good job to the girls basketball team there. Especially Sadie Robinson on that one.
Carlton at the top. He hands it off to Kemper. He's atop the key. His three-pointer is long.
Off the back iron, that's going to be Lowther on the rebound for Braxton County. They'll get it over to Toller. Toller goes around the defense of Lewis County underneath to Seller. No good. Rebounded by Boggs. That shot's no good. Rebounded by Putnam. Lewis County back the other way. Now Carlton into the front court for Lewis County. Manny Robinson baseline drive. Kicks it out to Gillespie for three. That's no good. He got his own board. Puts it back up, and it's good. That'll extend the lead to 4 for Lewis County with 5:15 left in this first half of action.
Toller with the ball. He takes an elbow jumper. That's a good shot by him. His shot is good.
I'll cut in the lead by 2. You'll get to see the action on this side of the floor. Carlton and Kemper passing it around in the two-man offense on the wing. Underneath the Gillespie. Good, and one.
It's a good, strong play by Gillespie as he gets another shot at another free throw here early in the second, well, halfway through.
We'll have a replay of that and one.
Big subbing groups here. We have Mudaspal coming in the game for the Minutemen. We have number 3, Baldwin, number 42, Nettles, and number 22, Lowther, all coming in the game for the Eagles.
I think this is Maddox Gillespie's second trip to the foul line in this game, as the first one's no good. And we're going to get Carlton. Xander Carlton foul. It's how to make the second team foul for Lewis County. And Braxton County has 3 team fouls with 4:45 left.
Rutherford to bring the ball up for the Eagles. Kicks it to Baldwin. To Nettles. Back to Baldwin. Number 4, Lunsford. His shot is long.
Rebound Kemper. Kemper up into the front court for the Minutemen. He had some wide open space. He was fouled. 2 shots for Kemper. Foul's going to be on Lowther. That's his second.
I gotta say, Caden, on that one, it didn't look like the Eagles had a lot of gas to get back on defense on that play.
That'll make Braxton County have 4 team fouls as Jesse Kemper's first shot is good. Next foul will put Lewis County into the bonus. Second one for Kemper is good. And Braxton County will go back the other way with it.
Toller with the ball. Tipped away by Mudaspal. He throws it back in. Good play. He gets it to Putnam. Putnam will bring it up the court. Kick it to Mudaspal on the wing. Gillespie, top of the key, kicks it to Jesse Kemper in the corner. His three-pointer is good. What a great hustle play by Mudaspal to get it back in play, and just great overall ball movement by the Minutemen on that one. Toller drives. He is fouled.
Going to get a blocking foul on the floor. That's going to be on Jesse Kemper. That's his second. That makes Minutemen have 3 team fouls in the quarter. And that'll be 2 shots for Toller as he was fouled. That'll give Jesse Kemper his third foul. We have 4 team fouls apiece. Jesse's corner 3 on screen. As Toller's first shot is good. We'll see some substitutions. We're going to have Manny Robinson coming in for Lewis County. And I don't see a Jesse Kemper on the floor. So I assume that's who we subbed for. As Toller's second shot is good.
Robinson to take the ball off the court for the Minutemen.
Robinson gets it in the front court, off to McKee, now to Putnam. Putnam spins, baseline drives, tries to get it up, fouled. He'll have 2 shots. Foul is called on Braxton County's number 4, Ashton Lunsford. 2 shots for Putnam. Oh.
Putnam's shot is long.
I told that foul was on Jamie Nettles instead of Ashton Lunsford. That's my bad. I just paid attention to the 4. Referee calling.
And Putnam's second is good. He goes 1 for 2 from the stripe this time.
26-18 with 3:30 left in this first half. Here in Weston.
Toller, he gets a screen from Nettles as he drives, kicks it to Nettles. His shot is no good. Robinson with the rebound. As the Minutemen are moving fairly quick here, gets the ball to Mudis. He has a wide open layup. That'll extend the Minutemen lead to 10 with a little over 3 minutes here to go in the second.
Eagles gets it in their front court. We'll have Rutherford handing it off to Lunsford. Now to Toller. Baldwin corner 3's no good. McKee with the rebound. He'll get it over to Manny Robinson. Robinson in the front court. Hand it off to Mudis-Paul. Mudis-Paul baseline drives. Layup is good.
Timeout Eagles. Eagles head coach is not too happy with the performance right there from the Eagles. They'll try to talk them out of this slump they're in right here.
I have some replays on your screen here. This is the Mudis-Paul wide open layup, the first one. And here's the Jesse Kemper 3. Jesse Kemper corner 3. We'll get this other replay on screen. We're going to find out together what this one is. Lucas Mudis-Paul baseline drive. There's some sports headlines on your screen. I don't know why they disappeared, but they did. As we have Toller up the floor for the Eagles, underneath to Boggs. He was fouled. 2 shots coming his way. Foul's going to be on Ben Putnam for Lewis County. And
I'll send Boggs to the line for 2. As his first is good.
He averages 53% from the free throw line, going 26 for 49 at the free throw line, according to Max Preps so far this season.
And the second is good as well, cutting the lead to 10 for the Minutemen with 2:25 left here in the second.
Robinson up in in the front court for the Minutemen. He'll hand it off to Caleb McKee. McKee now to Moodispaw at the top of the key. Now to Gillespie, right wing. Hand it back off to Moodispaw. Ben Putnam spin move foul from the foul line.
He's being smothered by 2 and 3 Braxton County defenders on that play, Caden.
And here's a foul on Nettles. That'll send Lewis County into the bonus, but Ben Putnam on the foul line. Does that make the second or third foul for Nettles? Second for Nettles.
First is good for Putnam as it bounces around a little bit. Putnam's second is good as well. Buries it. Rutherford in the corner. Long three-pointer. Gets his own rebound.
Boggs underneath. Layup is good. Lead is cut to 10 for the Minutemen. Robinson into the front court for the Minutemen. It's guarded by Rutherford. And we're going to have a charge called on Manny Robinson. You know, I see someone in the crowd wearing a Tennessee Volunteers hat, and that just reminded me, college baseball and softball just started off. Tennessee Volunteers was the national champions in baseball last year.
I gotta say, Caden, also, if you're looking at that hat, that is the man, the myth, the legend, Matt McKee, also known as Caleb McKee's dad.
I didn't realize that's who that was.
That's exactly who that is. As we'll have ball went up a shot, and it went in.
So that means high school spring sports are right around the corner.
Robinson brings it up. He's going to have, now it looked like he's going to have a screen from Gillespie. And Robinson will turn it over. He's seeming it's a little frustrated out there. He might need to just take a play, let someone else take it up right now, maybe get his confidence back up and just let him breathe a little bit. As Toller will take the ball back up for the Minutemen. Rutherford at the top, guarded by McKee, kicks it to Toller. Toller drives back out to Rutherford. Three-pointer is short. Rebound by Putnam.
Putnam's going to take it up the floor for the Minutemen. Putnam into the front court. Almost stolen, but instead Minutemen will work it around to Robinson. Robinson wide open floor. Layup is good. That'll extend the lead to 10 with less than 20 seconds left in this first half.
We have Toller. He's at half court, looking to take one final shot. Rutherford, Seller, ball stolen. McKee ends up with the ball. He's tied up with Boggs.
We're going to get jump ball and possession. It's going to stay with the Eagles. Here with 8.5 seconds left in this first half. Replay on your screen. That's Manny Robinson. Wide open floor layup. Inbounds for the Eagles. Stolen by Moodispaw. Moodispaw up to Robinson. Up the floor. Wide open. 2v1. Got it. And that's going to be your first half here in Weston. Your score, Lewis County 36, Braxton County 24. Landon, do you have any first half thoughts?
Well, I think a big thing here is impact players for both teams. Starting with the Eagles, two players that really stood out to me was definitely Brady Toller and Steve Boggs. Toller, he's been the leader of this team. I've noticed taking the ball off the court, being confident, getting assists, and getting his teammates involved overall. And Steve Boggs, on the other hand, he's just been very physical. I believe he has 7-8 rebounds by now, probably a good 10-12 points. He's just been very physical and just a scary presence underneath for the Minutemen.
I really want to touch on Steve Boggs. I mean, really been getting the second chance points for Braxton County, really getting the offensive boards, just boards in general for Braxton County, whether it be on offense or defense. Really rebounds turns into points somewhere. Really good job by Steve Boggs. I think that's what's kind of keeping them in this one so far. Key players for Lewis County.
I would say definitely the two that really stood out to me was probably Putnam he had a solid amount of rebounds and getting to the free throw line, I believe, twice, and probably another good 10, 12 points for him as well underneath. And another player I thought was definitely Manny Robinson with his aggression on defense. He had multiple tips and I think a few steals as well, also with a decent amount of points off fast breaks and driving the basket. So I got to say they've definitely been the impact for Lewis County.
Robinson has 9 so far in this game. Municipal has 4. Those were coming off of second quarter points, really just wide open layups. Jesse Kemper has 10 so far. Ben Putnam has 9. Gillespie has 4 so far in this one. And Rutherford for Braxton County has 2. Baldwin with 4. Toller with 4. Steve Boggs has 10 in this one. And Jamie Nettles with 4 in this one.
Also, another thing is I think Jesse Kemper has also been very good for the Minutemen tonight. I mean, the only problem is his fouls. He's definitely got to be less aggressive and he's got to be conservative on defense if he wants to be able to come back in this game and play a good amount for tonight.
I think definitely playing conservative for Jesse Kemper. I think we'll see a Jesse Kemper make a late appearance, especially toward the end of the fourth quarter if we need some points or things of that nature. We'll send it over to commercial break. Or we can listen to the band.
play on the court. Whether you're hitting the books or hitting the game-winning shot, being present sets you up for victory.
Parents, guardians, and students, let's make attendance a priority. Together we can ensure every student in Lewis County Schools is on a path to greatness.
Remember, every minute matters. Go Minutemen!
Every choice you make sends out ripples.
Come on, man. You're the star player. You're going to win the championship game anyway. What's a little drink going to do?
Let's go, guys. Get your head in the game.
Come on, man. You cost us the game.
Nah, I don't think I should do it. I got a game tomorrow and it can mess up how I play.
Come on, man. Everybody's doing it.
There's no way.
Team on three. 1, 2, 3. Team.
One small.
As we're getting ready for start of second half here. Yeah.
Carlton with the three-pointer. It is no good. Rolls in and out. Another rebound by Boggs early off in the second half. And thrown out of bounds by the Eagles. But I actually like that idea from the Eagles, though, trying to move quickly and try to pick up some pace here on the Minutemen early off, try to gain some momentum. Just didn't work out.
Information birdie Dusty Mesker told me that was Eagles' 10th turnover so far. And we're going to have Xander Carlton called on the foul for the Minutemen. That's going to be, it's his second. It's going to be an over and back foul. Team foul number 1 for Lewis County. We're going to have Logan Baldwin bouncing it for the Eagles.
And I got to say, Carlton was not happy with that. He didn't think it was a foul, and he's a little upset being taken out so early in this half. But as Josiah Heine will check into the game, I believe this is his first appearance for tonight. Rutherford with the ball, kicks it over to Nettles.
Nettles to Rutherford. Rutherford 3 off the fine iron, and Ben Putnam with the rebound.
Minutemen moving quick. 3 on 2.
Robinson to McKee. Layup is no good. Back the other way for the Eagles. Here comes Toller. Toller was fouled by Mudaspal.
Mistake on that layup. It was Heine missing the layup.
How many fouls does Mudaspal have?
I believe that is Mudaspal's second.
That's what I'm thinking too. That's going to be team foul number 2 for the Minutemen as Toller.
And they called a tip. I didn't think Mudaspal touched that, but it would be Eagles basketball right in front of the bench. We'll have Baldwin inbound for the Eagles. They will just kick it up to Toller around center court, guarded by Mudaspal. Rutherford is guarded by Heine, tipped out again. It'll be Eagles ball still.
I think we're going to see a lot of Mudaspal here in this third quarter and early fourth quarter because of Jesse Kemper's 3 fouls that he picked up early in the second quarter. Eagles working the ball around to Toller. Now they'll get it to Baldwin. Baldwin, screen set by Boggs. Working around the right wing underneath to Boggs, and it'll stay with the Eagles as it went out of bounds.
Well, that was actually, I think that was really good help by the Minutemen as Putnam tried to come over knowing Boggs is a physical player and Heine dropping down and getting a hand on that to interrupt the play right there, Caden. So that was a good play by the Minutemen. As Toller has the top of the key, he drives, spins, mid-range jumper is short, picked up by Heine. Neal will get it to Robinson. This Minutemen are moving fairly quick. Kicks to Mudisball in the corner for three. Short. Nettles with the board. Gets it to Toller, and they will dribble back up the court for the Eagles.
Toller drives right side underneath to Boggs is good. Putnam inbounces for the Minutemen. He'll get it to Robinson. Robinson in the front court for Lewis County.
Rutherford guarding him closely. Kicks to Heine on the wing. Mudisball top of the key. Gillespie, wing three. Short. Rebounded by Putnam. His layup is no good.
Toller up the floor for the Eagles.
Great block by Josiah Heine as he interrupts that wide open layup for Toller.
I'm telling you, Josiah Heine's been putting in some impressive minutes over the last few weeks. Boggs' layup is good.
Caden, I got to say, Boggs is definitely starting to become a problem early here once again for the Eagles, as the Minutemen don't really have too much of an answer for him right now.
Heine underneath the Putnam. Putnam getting around the defense, trying to. And Nettles will come up with it.
Kicks over to Baldwin as he moves quickly. Gets it to Rutherford in the corner for three. It is a long air ball. Nettles with the board. Toller, Rutherford again in the corner. This time it is good. The Eagles have cut this lead down to just 5 for the Minutemen.
Here comes the Minutemen back the other way, and we're going to get a timeout on the floor. Coach Charles Sims wants to talk it over. 30-second timeout coming your way, and we'll send it to we're part of Channel 3, so we'll give you the Channel 3 intro. And we're back. Smith's ball will inbounds for the Minutemen. He'll get it over to Heine, now to Robinson.
It looks like the Eagles have adapted to a 2-3 zone coming out of this timeout, as Nettles will tip the ball out of Heine's hands, and it'll be Minutemen ball in front of the Lewis County bench. Gillespie, he drives. His layup is no good. Putnam tries to go for a putback dunk. It just did not go for him. Tipped. Good hustle by Robinson. Gets it back into Heine. Kicks it up to Mudisball. Throws up a wild shot. He thought he was fouled, but the ref didn't see it.
Baldwin with the rebound. They'll kick it out to Rutherford. Rutherford baseline drives behind the back layup. No good. Rebound by Putnam. Hail Mary up to Robinson. Robinson one-on-one. Got it. I'll extend the lead to 7 for the Minutemen with 3:45 left in the third quarter.
And that's a good contact layup by Robinson. He draws a contact, gets a little bit of space, and he just puts up an easy layup.
Boggs underneath, defended by Putnam. And the layup from Boggs is good.
Robinson will just get the ball up to Mudisball as Mudisball kicks it back. Kicks it over to Gillespie. Gets it into Putnam, guarded by Nettles. Easy 2 for Putnam, as he just puts it over Nettles on that one. Toller will take the ball up for the Eagles, guarded by Mudisball.
Get it over to Baldwin. Working it over in the corner to Nettles. Try to get it underneath the Boggs, and there's going to be a foul called on the floor. Replay on your screen. And it's going to be Maddox Gillespie picking up the foul for the Minutemen. Team foul number 3 for Lewis County. Going to get inbounds on the floor. Going to get Baldwin to inbounds for the Eagles, guarded by Robinson. Jesse Kemper's back in this one.
Get it to Boggs underneath, guarded by Putnam.
Lowther, jumper, no good. Nettles with the rebound. He'll throw it back out to Baldwin. Baldwin out on the corner underneath to Nettles, and travel is called. That's going to be another Braxton County turnover. It's the 11th turnover for Braxton County, if I'm not mistaken. 13th. I'm a few behind.
Robinson will kick over to Kemper. High on the wing. He's looking at Putnam. There he gets it to him. Still guarded by Nettles. Catches him in the air. Foul. Oh, it bounces in and out. Putnam thought that was going in. But that'll send him to the line for 2.
It's going to be Boggs of Braxton County picking up the foul. That's his second. I know Ben Putnam's a pretty good free throw shooter, averaging right around 80%.
The first is good for Putnam. And we have a few subs for the Eagles as Seller comes in for Nettles, and number 4, Lunsford, will come in for Baldwin. Putnam's second is good. That'll extend the lead to 9 for the Minutemen with 2:20 here in the third quarter. Kicks to Lunsford. Lowther.
No good. They played hot potato, but Caleb McKee will come up with the rebound. He'll get it over to Kemper. Kemper driving left side, kicks it out to Maddox Gillespie. Wing 3 from the Hope Gas logo is good.
Toller. It is tipped by Gillespie. It'll be underneath for the Eagles. So I believe that is Lunsford will be taking the ball out for the Eagles.
I don't know who that is standing down there in the corner, but they just saved the ball from going right into our camera.
Stolen away. Kemper, he has a wide open layup, and that will extend the lead to 14 for the Minutemen with 1:35
left in the third quarter.
Now, if the Minutemen keep this play up with this good aggressive defense and keep getting these steals, I mean, they should have a fairly easy play going on. And good block by McKee, and they call a travel on Steve Boggs.
That was a really impressive defensive play there for the Minutemen. Had 2 players just all hands on ball.
And Heine will check in for Putnam, probably giving Putnam a breather for the rest of the quarter and sending him back in, I would assume, in the fourth.
I'd say here in about a minute 30. Robinson, wide open floor. Gillespie with the rebound, tries to put it back up, but he's forced to the floor. Jump ball, and it's going to go to Braxton County.
Now, from up here, Ken, I got to say, I think he looked like he had more arm than ball, but that's the way the ref saw it on that play.
Yep, I mean, we definitely have a better advantage point than the referees.
Mm-hmm. Rutherford to bring it up. He will hand it off to Seller.
I will say, definitely setting up here versus the floor, you see different things.
Definitely. Lunsford with the ball. Kick it through the Lowther. He puts it over McKee, and McKee gets all ball on that block, but it was called a foul on McKee. Lewis County fans definitely thinking that was a clean block. But that'll send Lowther to the line for 2. As his first rattles in.
Replay coming to your screen. That's the foul for Caleb McKee.
It looked like Gillespie didn't really like that call either.
Yeah, Lewis County in general was not happy with that foul being called.
No.
I mean, sometimes we have the roar in here.
Mudis Paul, he's at the top of the key. Kicks it to Robinson. Robinson will drive. Kicks it out to Heine. Heine drives to Mudis Paul.
Mudis Paul thought about it, rolls off his feet. Braxton County will come up with the turnover.
Rutherford, one-on-one, no good. McKee will have it. Go quickly, the Minutemen are. Robinson with the ball. He drives. One Lowther, step back. And he is called for a charge. Now, I got to say, there wasn't much contact on that play, but Robinson's definitely got to watch extending those arms so he doesn't pick up another foul on the same kind of play. But number 22, Joel Good, will make his first appearance in the game for Robinson.
If you're Lewis County, you definitely want to get out of this quarter, especially with the foul situation, and do not pick up any fouls.
Good steal fight, Joel Good.
Recovered by McKee, now up to Mudis Paul, and he traveled. And there's that howl that we was talking about.
Now, I got to say, I believe Mudis Paul only took 2 steps because I'm pretty sure that's the rule for basketball is 2 steps, but as he gets the Mudis Paul is called. Now, that one makes a little bit more sense. Mudis Paul, when you're on the ground with the ball, you kind of can't stand up on that one. But again, Lewis County, like Caden said, they're definitely not a fan of calls going the opposite way of Lewis County, especially tonight.
Just please don't foul. Sadie Robinson's going to get in their head again, hopefully, as they Hail Mary it up the floor.
And good tip by McKee, as there's no shot being allowed for the Eagles.
And that's the end of the third quarter. Your score, Lewis County 47, Braxton County 35. And we're going to go into the fourth quarter with an interesting way to finish, as we got a T-shirt toss going on. I feel like I'm back at the Mountaineer game. Landon, you got any thoughts going into this fourth quarter?
I think, obviously, if I'm the Minuteman, if I'm Coach Sims here, I definitely, I know I have a 12-point lead. I want to be conservative with the ball. So I want to be conservative with the ball if I'm Coach Sims. But if I see a play here, like if I have a chance, if I have a run, I definitely want to take it to extend our lead and definitely play aggressive on defense, but nothing too serious.
I think if you're Lewis County, minimize the turnovers and minimize just the minor mistakes, especially there toward the end of the third, the turnovers, the travels, and things like that. And I think just minimize on fouls because we did get to the bonus practically there toward the end with about 10 seconds left. It's going to be an interesting fourth quarter, especially with a 12-point differential on the scoreboard with Lewis County being up. But
yes,
it's definitely going to be a energetic and fun fourth quarter coming to you here from Weston.
Another thing I got to say is I think the Minutemen, I would say slow the ball down a little bit, but I think they play better when the Minutemen play quick. So I think that's going to be another big thing as the Minutemen give up a turnover early, and Baldwin will have the ball pressed hardly by Robinson.
And we're going to get a 30-second timeout on the floor. Talk things over from the half-court trap. We'll send it over to attendance PS.
Fans, just like showing up to cheer on our Minutemen and maids, showing up to school is a slam dunk for success. Did you know students with good attendance perform better in the classroom and beyond?
In Lewis County schools, every minute matters, just like every play on the court. Whether you're hitting the books or hitting the game-winning shot, being present sets you up for victory.
Parents, guardians, and students, let's make attendance a priority. Together, we can ensure every student in Lewis County schools is on a path to greatness.
Remember, every minute matters. Go Minutemen!
Well, give me some training, I can. And we are back as Toller will have the ball. He is guarded by Carlton, who is finally back in the game.
Boggs defended by Gillespie. Ben Putnam just stood there. Nettles with the putback is good, and they're going to have and one.
I wouldn't say so much Putnam just stood there. He's trying to draw the charge, which is a smart play, but Boggs definitely did the right thing by trying to go around him and not draw that foul. But another great play by Nettles also to get that putback and send himself to the line for another chance for three.
I think the foul was called on Carlton, in all honesty. But Nettles shoots 46% from the free throw line, 6 for 13. As Kemper will get in the front court for the Minutemen. He'll hand it off to Robinson. 9-point lead for Lewis County. 7 to go here in Weston. Carlton
away.
will recover. Hands it out to Robinson. Now back to Carlton. Thought about it. Instead, keeps a hold of it.
But I like that conservative play by Carlton. He knows they have a lead. They're trying to waste some clock, so give the Eagles less time to come back. So I like that play.
He'll get it to Gillespie. Spin move right around the foul line. Bounces out. Rebound Ben Putnam. Stolen by...
That's Toller.
That one will roll out of bounds on the other end. Possession will go back to Lewis County. And we're going to have Jesse Kemper inbouncing for Lewis County.
Robinson is taking it up. He's guarded by Rutherford. Hands it off to Kemper. He drives. It is tipped by Boggs. It'll stay Lewis County basketball.
It's smart by Lewis County to recognize that ball was last touched by Braxton County to save possession and keep it on their side of the floor. Robinson inbounds. Hands it off to Kemper. Kemper baseline drives is good.
It's a good move by Kemper. And the Eagles are still moving quickly. I mean, they are down 11 with 6 to go. They have time, but if I'm the Minutemen, obviously you got to let them waste time as well.
He gets to Nettles. Nettles driving. Kicks it out to Rutherford. Rutherford 3. Off the back iron. Boggs with the rebound. They'll kick it out to Toller. Toller 3. Off the front iron. Ben Putnam with the rebound. He'll help marry it up to Kemper. Up into the front court. Kemper hands it off to Gillespie. Gillespie baseline drive. Rolls out of the basket. Gets his own board. Stolen by Baldwin. He'll get it up to Boggs, and Boggs will take it up into the front court. Rutherford, corner 3. Back iron, Nettles, rebound. Shot's no good. Robinson will come up with the rebound, gets it in the front court. He has Putnam. He'll step back, slow down the offense, hands it off to Carlton. Carlton kicks it out, corner 3 from Kemper. Wide open, bounces out. Nettles will come up with the rebound, and Braxton County will go back the other way. Toller, rebound around Maddox. Gillespie's good.
Robinson has it. He will kick it up to Kemper. Minutemen's lead has been cut to 9 on a layup from Toller.
Minutemen working the ball around. They'll get it to Robinson. Robinson, top of the key. Now to Putnam. Putnam. It's going to be a foul called. Foul's going to be on Nettles for Braxton County. That's his 3rd. Robinson inbounds for the Minutemen. He's got Kemper kind of out on the wing. Now in the corner. He's got Carlton wide open in the corner as well.
Kemper thought about it.
And Kemper will travel. That'll be a Lewis County turnover. Possession will go to the Eagles.
And I don't know necessarily agree with that call. I mean, yeah, he took a jump stop, but he also took that one step through, which is technically a step. They call it a step through, so it shouldn't be a walk, but it's just the way the ref saw it. And it'll be tipped out of bounds, staying with the Eagles underneath with 4:20 to go. Baldwin to inbound for the Eagles.
Robinson to defend the inbounds. Boggs stepping out to the corner.
Inside of Toller, Putnam with a block and rebounded by Robinson as Minutemen moving quick. Foul by Boggs and one for Manny Robinson. That's a great defensive effort by Putnam, leading to a good 2 points on the other end for the Minutemen. And that'll send Robinson to the line trying to convert his and one
into a 3-point play. Replay of that one on your screen as Robinson's first shot is good.
Now a little miscommunication. Robinson had an and one, but they thought it was 2 shots for a second. I think it's corrected. So the and one did count, and Robinson converted his free throw.
That'll extend the lead to 12 for the Minutemen.
And we have the Lewis County Band getting into it up there.
Takes the timeouts. Timeouts are adjusted on your screen. That'll be key going on into the final 4 minutes of this game.
We'll have Toller. He kicks it over to Lowther. He drives. Blocked by Putnam off the glass. Another good defensive effort by Putnam on that play. But it will stay Minutemen basketball, or excuse me, Eagles basketball underneath.
Carlton the inbounds, or defend the inbounds, I should say. Eagles got it inbounds. 3 off the front iron, and we're going to have a foul called on the Eagles. Foul is on Lowther.
That is his 3rd on the game. And the Eagles in a press, trying to get the ball they need with this 12-point deficit that they have. They get the ball to Mudaspal at the top of the key. Kicks it to Carlton on the Hope Gas logo.
Left wing underneath to Ben Putnam. Putnam kicks it out to Gillespie. Gillespie driving, paint.
Good hit by Carlton. It's a good play by Carlton to be in the right spot at the right time.
That'll extend the Minutemen lead to 14 with 3:20 left. And this one from Weston. Seller, top of the key. Deflected by Gillespie. Possession will stay with the Eagles. Replay on your screen. Tip back from Carlton. It's Toller underneath to Seller. Pump fake and foul's called. It's going to be on the Minutemen. It's going to be on Mudaspal. It's going to be team foul number 2 and Mudaspal's second personal.
I gotta say, Kate, I didn't see much contact on that play, but I guess, obviously the refs called it, and they must have seen something else as Seller drains his first shot.
I just caught the tail end of the pump fake.
And Seller's second shot is good. Those are his first 2 points of the game. for the Eagles tonight. Robinson, he's guarded by Lowther.
It's in the front court. They get it up to the top of the key, hands it off to Mudis-Paul. Mudis-Paul, right wing, stolen by Nettles.
Mudis-Paul went for a steal, but he got called for the foul. That is Mudis-Paul's fourth. He's definitely got to be very conservative, or definitely needs a sub right now if you want to keep him in the game.
That'll make 3 team fouls apiece for Lewis County and Braxton County.
Needles mid-range is long. Rebound by Putnam. And Nettles is picked up for the foul. Had his hands, guess not where he's supposed to, on Putnam.
That'll give Braxton County their 4th team foul. Nettles will go to the bench, and I think we'll have George Seller checking in for Braxton County. Lucas Municipal still playing aggressive with the 4 fouls.
The Eagles in this man press, where you have Robinson with the ball and Toller guards him closely. Kicks it over to Gillespie on the right wing. Hands it off to Mudis-Paul. Mudis-Paul's wide open. He's just taking a wide open layup. And good take by Mudis-Paul to extend the lead to 14 for the Minutemen with 2:15 to go here in the fourth. Baldwin. He kicks it out to Boggs. Boggs back to Baldwin in the corner. He's still looking into Boggs, trying to get him the ball. Toller with the ball. Kicks it to Boggs, takes it up on Ben Putnam. Good block by Putnam, and a good quick play for Putnam as he gets the ball back and throws it off to Eagles' George Seller to send the ball the other way for the Minutemen.
Really a high IQ play from Ben Putnam to keep possession for the Minutemen, as Robinson will get in the front court for the Minutemen. He'll hand it off to Carlton. Now to Mudis-Paul. Mudis-Paul kicks it out to Robinson, right wing. Now back to Mudis-Paul, top of the key. Mudis-Paul will slow it down. Minutemen handing it around, and Carlton was fouled. That'll send him to the free throw line for 2.
That'll send Carlton to the line for 2. Also, that puts the Minutemen in the bonus.
Replay was on your screen.
First shot is good for Carlton. Carlton's second shot is good as well. Baldwin with the ball. He kicks it to Toller. He drives, spins, tough layup, misses. Boggs with the board, kicks it back out to Toller. Three-pointer is long. Seller with the board, kicks it out to Rutherford. Baldwin in the corner for 3. Long. Mudis-Paul with the rebound. Minutemen had two up the court, but they just trying to slow the ball down and run this clock out with 45 seconds. And Rutherford fouls Robinson, sending Robinson to the line to try to extend the lead once again for the Minutemen. First shot for Manny Robinson is short. We'll have another shot to make a second. Oh for 2 for Robinson. Both shots are short. Stolen by Carlton. And they'll kick the ball to Putnam at the top of the key. Mudis-Paul, the ball. I believe that just sealed the game for the Minutemen as they just hand the ball off and try to run out this clock with 22 seconds. Mudisfall. He'll just dribble around and hand the ball back off to Carlton with 10 seconds here as the Minutemen will let the clock just run out. And the Minutemen will take down the Braxton County Eagles 58-42. And that will change the Minutemen's record to 8-9, and it'll lower the Braxton County Eagles to 13-5.
Well, that's your final from Weston. Lewis County picking up the win, 58, and Braxton County 42. Want to give a special thanks to the sixth man on the floor, the cheerleaders. They're led by Elise Moneypenny, the LCHS Pet Band, as you've heard periodically through this evening. They're led by Alan Heath. The fans attending this evening's game for the Hall of Fame introductions for the 86 baseball team, 03 golf team, and last year's girls basketball team. Obviously, the fans at home watching this evening's game. The LCN production crew. You have Brody Skinner that kept stats for us. You had Miss White that ran the computer. You have myself, Caden Smith, alongside
Landon Taylor.
If you enjoyed this evening's broadcast, be sure to spread the word and join us back tomorrow night as we take on the Route 33 rivalry. It's going to be the Maids against BU. So if you ain't doing nothing, possibly come out, join the crowd, or join us from home. And we will see you tomorrow night, and have a good evening, Minuteman Nation.